Welcome to this edition of Get to Know Your Wayne State Football Program. I'm Sports Information Director Jeff Weiss, and joined today by Linebackers coach Steve Gardiner.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for joining us. We appreciate it. Well, strength of any defense, I always thought, was the middle linebacker, because they're usually the one making the signals, and you got to start off with Julius Wilkerson, both on the field and off the field. What does he mean to this program?
Well, he means a lot, not just to the defense, but like you said, to the program and to the athletic department as a whole. He's kind of spearheaded a lot of things on and off the field. And, when I first got here a little over a year ago, everybody talked about his leadership, and he's certainly lived up to the hype there. And but there's always room to improve, and I'm really excited to see that this year.
Sounds great. I mean, not only in the classroom, but community service-wise. He was on the Good Works team for AFCA a few years ago. Also, probably the most other experienced linebacker is Nico Mosley, although he was injured at the end of last year. Tell us a little bit about Nico.
Yeah, Nico got injured at the end of last year, and he was kind of in and out here in the spring and through workouts, but he's back here in the summer. He's full go, and again, another guy that we're excited to see fully healthy and ready to attack fall camp in the season.
Speaking of excitement, you've got 6 guys back that played last year. You've got another 4 guys that redshirted, and you've got 6 more coming in. That's like 5 deep at every spot. There's going to be some competition.
Yeah.
Darian Tips Clemens is a young man who came in from Eastern Kentucky after having been at Michigan State and had some flashes of making key plays for us last year.
Yeah, Darian's someone who can definitely be a playmaker for us. He just needs to be a little bit more consistent with his play, and I think through the spring and through this offseason, I think we're going to get that. And he's somebody who could definitely be a playmaker for us.
Last year, you had 3 guys who made their collegiate debuts, including Marion Perkins, who I think maybe the original plan was to redshirt him, but then because of injuries and other things, had to start playing middle of the year and ended up playing quite a bit, especially on special teams, and saw some action at linebacker as well.
Yeah, well, it was a credit to Amarion. The plan really wasn't to play him. Now, we never go into the year saying you're going to redshirt or whatever, but ended up some injuries happened, and he was ready to go at really short notice. And he was really able to play both outside linebacker positions, and again, somebody who's gotten those reps and really excited for a sophomore season.
That versatility obviously needs to help too. Blake Gilliam started out last year. I think he had a blocked kick and a fumble recovery early on and stuff. How did he perform last season?
Yeah, well, Blake really started off strong. He's somebody who contributed both on defense and special teams, and he's worked really hard this offseason. He's getting in better shape. He's getting stronger, bigger, faster, all those things, and he's really taking those steps forward in terms of the mental aspect of the game. So he's been in the film room this offseason. He's getting better that way too, so it's exciting to see. And
the final guy of that 6th group person is Dante Reed, obviously another young guy that got to see some playing time last year.
Yeah, well, Dante, he's a transition from playing defensive end in high school to playing linebacker. So really last year was his first year playing linebacker. So he's really gotten his feet wet now, and he's getting more comfortable, and we're excited to see him be able to unlock that athleticism that he has now that he's more comfortable playing the position.
Take that next step forward. Some of the young guys that we were able to redshirt, Justin Hart actually was, I think, recruited more as a tight end, but now has moved over. Brody Dalton from Jackson area, Michael Smith from Chicago, and Noah Foster from Cleveland. Yeah, guys from all over the place here.
Yeah, I mean, we got a lot of guys who didn't play last year, but I know they're itching to do their thing on defense as well as special teams. In terms of Noah Foster, he's a really smart kid. He works hard. Justin Hart, we did recruit him to Wayne State originally as a tight end, but when I was at another school, I recruited him on defense. So he is more of a defensive player.
Okay.
So it's good that we got him back on the right side of the ball. Brody Dalton, a great player from Lumen Christi. He just keeps working on getting bigger, stronger, and faster. He's also getting healthy from an injury, but we do expect him back full strength this fall and ready to contribute on special teams for sure. Michael Smith, another young linebacker from Chicago, he showed really great strides during the spring. We kind of were bouncing around from one position to another, but he's kind of able to be that utility player, kind of fill in where needed and do a great job.
One of the newcomers, but with experience, is Eastern Michigan transfer Matt Bushman. What can you tell us about Matt?
Yeah, well, Matt's really transitioning into our linebacker room really well. He's, again, somebody who can kind of be a utility player, can play multiple positions. He has a lot of experience at the Division I level, which is going to help, and we're excited to see how he can help us this year.
You've got 5 young guys coming in right out of high school. Obviously, it adds depth, but it hopefully will give them a chance to experience college and see what it's all about and be able to take that next step down the road. Start with Dodgy Mabry from Flushing, I believe.
Yeah. So Najee's from the Flint area, and his high school film and just getting to know him as a person, he shows a lot of promise. We're excited to see how he competes this fall, and we'll see what happens.
You've also got Chris Banks, another young.
Yep, so Chris
linebacker.
is from downriver from Woodhaven High School. He's a great athlete, played multiple sports in high school, and we're really excited to see what he can do now that he has his focus obviously on one sport, one position, playing linebacker, and see how he can take advantage of that.
One familiar name to Warrior fans, Elijah Cephas. His older brother Kenny just graduated. I know a young guy from Wisconsin, maybe has played multiple positions in high school.
Yeah. Well, Elijah, he comes from a great family, obviously. He really played a lot more safety and defensive back, kind of that safety linebacker hybrid. So we're excited to get his athleticism into our linebacker room, see what he can do, and carry on the family name.
Then you've also got Darius King and Ryan Reynolds, a couple of walk-ons coming in to add some depth to the program.
Yeah, so they're both somewhat local here to the area, especially Darius, being from Detroit, being from Cass Tech High School. We're excited to have more local guys here. And regardless, walk on whatever label you want to give them, we do expect them to come in and compete and give those other guys a run for their money.
Well, it sounds like the linebackers are going to be exciting with lots of depth and a lot of young guys to add some excitement to the position.
Yeah, it's going to be an exciting fall. We got, like you said, got a lot of guys coming back and a lot of new blood coming in too. So there should be a lot of competition. It should be an exciting fall camp, and that's where you improve as a position group and as a defense and as a program, is through that competition.
Sounds great. Thanks again for watching this edition of Get to Know Your Wayne State Football Program.